Well.
All right, son. All right. How are you doing? What have you been up to today? I just been down the beach this morning. Just turned the air conditioning up. It's boiling here. You all right?
I can't spread them wide enough for you. Can't spread them wide enough.
Wait a second. Are we back to brownie points already?
I was doing.
You can't spread them wide enough.
I was doing my fingers. I meant the V's, obviously. My fingers.
Right. I did wonder if we'd bring that up again on this episode, but you went straight there.
No. Why would I opening my arse cheeks for you going to the
can't
beach? It
spread
doesn't
them wide
sense.
enough. Well, I'm glad we've set the tone. You all right, mate?
Right. I'm all right, mate. How are you, son?
I'm good, cheers. I'm very good. It's been a little bit of a while since we did our last episode. Reasons, anyone listening, we'll explain in a second. But before we do anything, it's very important. We'll do this up top, get it out of the way, because we need to say a massive thank you to Manscaped, who has sponsored every episode this season. They've been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we massively appreciate it, the ongoing support. It's been really great. Thank you to you guys for hearing our pleas and buying the stuff and trimming up with our code. You can still get 20% off using the code 2pints20, all capitals TWOPINTS, and then the numbers 20, 2pints20. Here we are. Shall I do the blurb? Do you want to do the blurb this time, Will? Do you want to do the reading, or shall I do the reading?
No, I don't want to do the reading. Why would I want to do the reading?
First of all, because I want to see you put your bins on. And then I want to see you get irritated by it, because that's one of my favourite things.
No, you do it. You do it. You're good at it, Ralph. Get it done. All
right, here we go. Father's Day is just around the corner. And
can you try and do it? Can I stop you there? Can you just try and do it in your normal voice rather than that fake voice?
You put a voiceover voice.
Who is that? Who is that person that possesses you as soon as the voiceover comes on?
Well, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you something. It's funny you say that, because I've done quite a few voiceovers over the years, and every single time you walk into a voiceover booth to do it, especially if it's a new client, if it's like Kellogg's or Asda I used to do, or whatever, every time you walk into a new one, they say, okay, listen, what we'd really like from you, we've spoken to the client, we're the creative team, what we really like is, if you don't do like a normal voiceover voice, don't do like a voice that sounds like you're trying to sell something, just do like a really, really conversational voice. That's what we want. And I'll tell you something, Will, it's never what they want. Not once.
Really?
Is that really? Never. Because you do it, and then they go, okay, just try and sell it a little bit more. And by the end of it, you're going, Asda, there's nowhere better to buy your groceries. So that's why. It is, honestly. All right, I'll do it. I'll do a conversational one. I'll read it like it's conversational.
Go. Boom.
Father's Day's just around the corner. Nothing says I love you, Dad, more than a world-class trimmer for his balls. Wait a second. Wait a second.
You should have read that. You should have read that before. Have you not read that before, obviously?
No.
Could you imagine a 3-year-old? Daddy, I got this for your balls.
I mean, is that the thing there's nothing more that says I love you, Dad? Okay, fair enough. To be fair, you've got to love Manscaped. They have repeatedly they just go for it. It's like, this is what we do, you better go for it. Okay.
Go on.
Actually, it's even funnier conversational. I'll go even more. So, as though we're having a conversation in a pub. Father's Day's just around the corner, and Father's Day's just around the corner, and nothing says I love you, Dad, more than a world-class trimmer for his balls. You heard that right. The lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped is the best body hair trimmer on the market. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code 2pints20 at manscaped.com. There you go. That's my conversational read.
Brilliant. So now you know nothing says I love you more.
Nothing.
Than I've got a trimmer for your balls, Dad.
I know. When it's Father's Day, listen, when it's Father's Day, it's going to be difficult for you for all the reasons that we've talked about on here, but you just remember that if you could have had the chance, you could have given him a trimmer for his balls.
I know.
And nothing would have said I love you more.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, man.
So funny.
Anyway,
so
I wonder how that sounds in a voiceover. Father's Day is just around the corner, and nothing says "I love you, Dad" more than a world-class trimmer for his balls.
It was better the other way.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, fair enough. Well, listen. Thank you to Manscaped.
Thanks,
They've been a massive supporter of us for ages, and we can't thank you enough. And one of the reasons we wanted to talk about Manscaped straight up at the top and say thank you very much is because we also now have to talk about we have a new sponsor. I mentioned this last podcast.
Oh yeah, the beers.
We have a beer sponsor. Yes. And I said, but they're only doing one episode, and you said "tight bastards," which is great start, right? Well. But we are being sponsored by Brewdog for one episode. Thanks, Brewdog. What do you mean what? Brewdog. You know Brewdog? Yeah, Brewdog are amazing. You know the cool sort of hipster like brewery, all sorts of cool weird beers.
Hang on. What's
happened to your face?
That craft shit? Is that what you're talking about? Them craft beers? Is that why you've asked me to bring a knife and fork? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, no. I thought we were going to do some tasting. I'm pissing that order. Jesus, Brewdog.
Listen, Brewdog's really cool. It's like a real hipstery craft beer. Cool.
No, I've heard about it and all that.
Don't tell me you've never been in one.
What?
You've never been in a Brewdog, have you?
What is a Brewdog?
Like they have like pubs. They have pubs, Brewdog pubs, where they do all that.
No, I've never been in one of them. No,
mate. But I've been in one in Hong Kong. They're sending them out to Costa Rica. When you've never been in one.
What's the difference? What is it? Just because you go in and go, oh, that tastes like nothing I've ever tasted before. It tastes like the end of a cat's asshole. Let's have some more of it, please. Is that what it is?
Pass me knife and fork for a cat's bum.
I can't swallow that. I'm going to have to cut it up a bit with a knife and fork to get it down. And that's I've got some oil in a can. Give me another one. This is the thing is, I think people get too carried away with just changing what's nice about beer. Refreshing is what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a marathon to drink it. You're supposed to go and get it down. You get another one in you.
And that's the message that Brewdog want us to put forward.
Well, no, I'll tell you what I'll do.
People get too carried away trying to change it. Fuck them.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like when they change flavours for like, have you got any of that elderflower and nettle, please, lager? What are you talking about? Why do you have to change? Have you got any of that strawberry lager? No, I haven't. We've got the normal shit. I don't understand why people change it so much.
Well, I have to say, right, that there's a huge proportion of the human race that really enjoys different beers and different craft beers and strawberry flavoured ones and cat's bum flavoured ones and petrol pump flavoured ones. And what we're hoping is that they're listening to our podcast and that we're going to talk about these beers and we're going to drink them during the podcast.
I've got to drink one.
Oh, you've got to drink them all. You got to drink them all. There's 4, and you have to drink all of them. And here's the thing, Will, because we've been sponsored by them, you have to pretend to like them, and I cannot wait to see your face.
One thing I am is honest, and I can't help but be honest. It's only my personal choice, but I'll tell you the truth.
Okay, and even if you don't like it, you have to drink it.
Oh, right. Shit balls. Right.
Okay, so what we're hoping is that people who do like this stuff, they'll listen to this, and we do have some stuff to say about Brewdog before we start drinking their stuff. But look, truth be told, they're only doing one episode, and if you guys listening are into like craft beers, the whole point is Brewdog have got launching a new thing called Brewdog and Friends. They're launching a beer club, and it is. And by the way, I think me and you can genuinely, seriously get behind this. It's the world's most sustainable beer club. I'll put that on the screen if you see it. The world's most sustainable beer club. Everything they brew, they double offset, carbon offset their emissions. So I think I'm right in saying that they're a carbon neutral brewery, and certainly. Well, possibly the only one in the world, I think. I should check that out. But loving the fact that they've decided to go green. Sorry, not carbon neutral. I mean carbon negative. They're a carbon negative company, which is massive for the environment. So if you're into your craft beers, if you're into a beer club, then you could do a lot worse than and you're into saving the planet, you could do a lot worse than Brewdog. So I'm quite excited about this. I can see in your face you're double excited by it.
Well, I'm glad they've gone green because that's what I'll be after I drank a few.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so open it up, my friend.
Okay, let's try it. Here we go. I'm going for this one, this Lost Lager I'm going for.
Well, hold on. So that's the thing. So looking at this. Right?
Oh, I've opened mine.
You've
just opened it. No, I opened it when you were talking. I found this one. It says...
What you got? Well, I'm looking at this top row. And this top row, we've got... Lost Lager, where is it? Lost Lager.
Oh yeah,
Keller,
oh yeah, I've got, oh yeah.
42 Pale Ale and Tony's Hopper Lonely. Okay, so I think why don't we start with Lost Lager because it's a lager and we've got half a chance of that being something that you might like. Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Well, that's why it was just the first one, but it's a lager. At least it's not called something like rocket oil or something. Some of them are engine oil. I've had one called engine oil. What do you reckon that's going to taste like?
I'll be honest, Will. I feel like we might be heading in that direction during the course of this podcast.
Oh yeah, I've opened mine. Okay.
Right, okay.
I want to pour it on camera just to see what it looks like because you never know. It could be red. I ain't got.
Okay, wait. Lost Lager.
What?
A first for the planet and a first for lager. Say hello to the planet's only carbon negative beer.
Oh.
Yeah. A Helles Lager made with classic German hops, delivering vibrant citrus notes. I bet you'll be delighted about that. Built from Bavarian yeast, it has a crisp, clean taste. Well, do you know what? This sounds like there's half a chance of you liking it.
That sounds good. And do you know,
all right.
It's good on the nose. It smells good. Have a whiff of it.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, look at you getting.
Well, no, it's sprayed a little bit because it's come to Florida, hasn't it? Right, I'm going to pour. Here we go.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, I think I need a flake with mine. Look, you know, can I head on that? What's happened? Oh, I've ruined it. Look at the state of mine.
Hey, look at mine. Look at mine.
Mine looks like Santa's chin. Look at the state of it.
Is yours warm, or have you had it in the fridge?
Well, when I got the box, I just stuck the box in the fridge because they wouldn't let me open it.
Oh, so yeah, of course. Yeah, you haven't opened it yet, have you? Oh, okay. So it has been. Did you put the box in the fridge?
I put the box in the fridge because he said, they said, you've got something coming, don't open it. So you can tell what it was.
Mine's warm. I should have cooled it down, but hold on. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of some of the head because it's warm. Okay, hold on. Here we go. You there? You ready?
Oh, am I ready? But it still needs to be an anteater to get into that pissing thing. Look at the state of the head on it.
Why an anteater?
So his tongue can get to the beer, you know what I mean? Oh shit, it's dripping everywhere.
Will, you're a shambles. Look, have you ever poured a beer before?
Have you done that? Have you stirred it up?
No, I just poured it. I give it a little stir with my finger, I guess, yeah.
Oh. It's like a chef's hat, look. Right.
Right, so the idea that Brewdog have behind these boxes, these craft beer boxes, is to show people like you, lager drinkers, who hate who hate craft beers, that you can enjoy. I just don't know enough about it. And you can enjoy a sort of a craft lager too. So, chin up. Are you ready to drink this now? Or,
okay,
ready?
Here we go.
Cheers, down the hatch. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Here we go.
What do you think, Will? I like it.
It's nice. It's all right. It's all right, that. I'm quite surprised. I was waiting for an aftertaste. I was waiting for something to hit me clacker. Do like an aftertaste, but it's not bad, that. It's nice.
What was your face about?
I was a bit worried about
it. I'll show you. This is what happened. You looked at you. This is you. You swallowed it and you went like this. Like a flapping seal.
I was just waiting to try and taste it, but it's nice. It's not at all like I expected. And I mean that, I'll be honest with you. Well, there you go, Brewdog. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks very much. Right, well, we'll get that one.
It's got a little bit of fairy liquid to it. Just a little bit of fairy liquid. But that might be the glass. I might not have cleaned it proper. But that might be part of the flavour. But it's not. Oh, it's good.
And you can get this exact box that we're going to be working our way through today. This one here at brewdog.com/2pints. And check it out for yourself. Yeah, we're quite impressed with that Lost Lager.
So other people can get that box the same?
Yeah, this exact same one. I'm slightly, if I'm honest, I'm slightly gutted that you didn't mind it. I was really hoping that you were going to hate it. But there's still time.
There's time yet, don't you worry.
We've got an Indian Pale Ale to go. I can't wait.
Listen, I'm not being funny. Obviously, people know I'm on it, but there's other people out there that will love all this stuff. So I'm just me, and I've got quite a basic palate when it comes to. I like light beers. You know what I mean? I like to be able to neck a beer and just feel refreshed. And some of these, you've got to savour the flavour. And it's just, I'm not experienced in it, so I'm not slagging it off saying don't try it. Have a go. And that's nice. But I've had them before when it literally was struggle to swallow. So
have you ever done a wine tasting? Have you ever tried a wine tasting thing? Because
no.
I really want to be the kind of person who knows at least a bit about it, to seem like a bit sophisticated and refined. But honestly, here's the thing: I've been shown how to do the whole wine tasting rigmarole, right? But this is me, so I get it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's got a good nose and the clarity and everything. I shake them and taste it, do about 5 minutes of the whole ritual, and then at the end I go, that's definitely red. That is red. that's the only thing I can taste. Is it red or is it white? That's basically all I know. But people have much more sophisticated palates.
Of course.
But yes,
that's what I'm trying to say.
This has been a bit of a hit. Brewdog.com /2 pints to get the exact same box we're getting. And if you join that beer club, then your first box is free as well. So crack on. Thanks, Brewdog. Delicious.
I do get these other flavours and other tastes, and you know what I mean. I'm just not experienced in it, so I'm definitely going to have a go. You got to try things.
All right.
I never used to eat strong cheese. Honestly, I used to only eat really mild cheese when I used to have. I never used to drink wine. I used to just be literally a beer drinker, and that was it. Yeah. Now I love a glass of wine. Oh, I love a glass of wine. Oh, oaky notes and all that caper. I'm right into all that.
Mate,
it's got oaky notes.
I just had a little look at some of the rest of the cans that we're going to be trying, and I am really looking forward. We'll save it. Something to look forward to. Yeah. So there we go. Thank you, Manscaped. Thank you, Brewdog, and let's crack on with our with catching up. I mean, it's been a little while. We haven't spoken since then. What's new? What's new in your world?
Nothing. Same. Well, over here now, it's the lockdown sort of. We've come past. Everyone was looking forward to that May the 17th. I remember I think I'd used it in a terminology of when you're dying to go for a pee on the motorway, and you're all right because it says 20 miles to the services, but when you get 1 mile from the services, you're bursting. It was like that waiting for May the 17th, and and honestly, every pub you went past, it was thunderstorms, but people were out there with the brollies.
Shivering. Going, this is great.
Blankets on, pints, freezing, we're out, and honestly, as soon as it came out that you could go outside, it's been the worst weather. Everybody's out there. Oh, it's just rubbish. But now, as I said, after May the 17th, we can go into pubs. So now we can go into restaurants and pubs, and I was out with my mum.
Have you been out? Where was I was going to say, where was the first place? What did you go? When it was May the 17th, you were like, right, I'm out, I've got to go somewhere. Where was the first place you did, or have you been good since then?
Well, I was filming Cotter, and then I finished filming, and then I said to my mum, right, we should get, because we've obviously not been able to go out with my mum, my sisters, so I said, I'll ring and see if we can get us in a restaurant, and this Indian restaurant called Indigo in Romley, in Stockport, where my sister lives and all that. We love it there, so we went in there, and we had a curry, me and my sisters and my mum, and it was proper nice, just to sit across from a table and just eat your food, and then someone else cleans it up. For the last year, I've had to clean up all my own shit. No, take it away.
No one wants that. Get that shit out of my face. Yeah,
it was really nice, man, and it was good. And it's just good. It's what people need. It's getting out and seeing people. And I've not been to the pub properly yet, but that was the first time. And we went on May the 17th that night. It's going out eating. No one knows what the rules is. Do you wear a mask when you're walking around? Can you wear a mask when you go to... Do you have to put it on when you get up to go to... Do you have to take it off? Just off. It's getting on my nerves.
So what did you do? Just not bother?
Well, I walked in without a mask on, and then my sister said, you should be wearing a mask. And then I thought, well, I'm in now. And then I sat down and I said, well, if I had one, I'd take it off now. And then my sister said, people will be looking at you, and then they'll all say, look, see that Will, he didn't have a mask on. And I thought, all right, you're right. So then I wore a mask on the way out. I don't know whether to stick or twist. I ain't got a pissing clue.
I've been from the door to the table. wearing a mask. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I guess the thinking is like, look, if you're at the table, you're going to be eating and drinking, so there's no point in having a mask on. And that's the risk that you take, right? But
exactly.
I guess as you're walking through the restaurant, if you accidentally cough or sneeze, or even if you don't, even if you're just breathing, you're walking past a load of other tables. I suppose it minimises the risk if you put a mask on. I guess that's the thinking.
I know what the thinking is. I know what the thinking is.
Everyone's fatigued, aren't they? Everyone's tired.
Oh, mate. And the thing is now, it's not... Everyone's thinking, all right, we've done everything right, and now we're on our way to June the 1st, June the 4th, June the 2nd, and then we can start... Or lockdown's going to be over. And then they were like, whoa, hang on a minute. We've got this Indian variant coming. And it's like, what? And there's now, in Bolton, they were saying, there's an outbreak. It was 100 people in every 100,000. And I was like, hang on, it's not an outbreak. That's not a pandemic, is it really? And no one's died. It's just literally, I just think, stop telling us who's got it. Let's start looking at the figures of how many people are dying from it now in this country, in 50 odd million, and it's the numbers are really...
Isn't the idea that it might be only 100 and 100,000, but isn't the idea that you catch that, you nip that in the bud is the idea, isn't it? Before, so it's 100 now, and that's not that many, but you stop it now so it doesn't explode into something much more.
I understand that, but then can we also say for the government we've done everything they've asked of us, how the fuck has it got in the country? How, if we'd have shut the borders, you tell me how an Indian variant gets from India to our country when the borders are supposed to be shut.
Mate,
I read an article
that said since the word Indian variant even became a thing, since we all knew about it a couple of weeks ago, there's been something like, I'm pulling this number out of the air, but I read an article that said there's been something like 140 flights or 100 odd flights from India.
Why?
And you just go, well, then you're not shutting it down, are you? Listen, New Zealand. Some people go, New Zealand's a small island in the middle of the ocean. Well, we're also an island. We can't.
A small island.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, but admittedly with a bigger population than New Zealand. But the fact is, they've pretty much eradicated it by just going, don't come in, and if you do come in, these are the really important measures that you're going to go for. And now they're living a full life, just going about their business.
Exactly. This is my point. Don't point the finger at us. Don't point the finger at us and say, you need to abide by the rules. You need to do this. We do what you've told us, but you don't do the right thing by shutting the borders down. I mean, listen, don't let anybody in until we're completely clear. And then we start working it out of who can come in where. Just stop. Close it down.
It's a give and take. Right? It's a give and take, because if you were a citizen of New Zealand, right, and the government says do this, you'd be like, I don't want to do it. Like a lot of us are like, this is bullshit. I don't want to do it, but I suppose I'll have to do it. If you're a citizen of New Zealand and that happens, you're a Kiwi, and then you go, this is bullshit, but I'll do it anyway. And then you see that it's worked. You go, well, fair enough. We all did our bit. The government did its bit, and now everything's fine.
Exactly.
Where you get a problem is it's like, okay, I'll do my bit and everything, and then it's like, you've had a year and a half of practice, or a year of practice of this, and you still didn't shut down the Indian variant. Yeah, it's gonna get wary. Did you hear about
I don't like the fact that people are starting. I've heard it in a few places now, and I nip it straight in the bud when I hear it. People now start pointing the finger, going, "It's their fault. It's them. Them people in this country shouldn't be here." That kind of nonsense. I can't. I've heard it. Shit. I've heard it, mate. I've heard it. I was out and listen. And you see what I mean? Them Indians. It's like, hang on. Whoa. It's an Indian variant. Let's not start saying it's them. Don't blame them. It's low. Don't start that shit. Because as soon as what people are like, they just need somebody to blame. It's a load of bollocks.
Something other. Well, yeah. So when we're saying there are flights coming over from India, flights from India should be more than welcome at any time, except when there's a risk of pandemic risk, and it's originated in India. That then makes sense. But other than that, it's just insane.
And then the problem I've got is they've got this green and amber light system. So if it's green, you can go there and don't have to isolate when you come back. But if it's amber, right? They said on the news today, if it's amber, we advise you not to go. So I said, well, that might as well be called fucking red then. You might as well just say, don't go. But they said, we advise you not to go. But the red zones, you can't go. But if you advise you not to go, that means if you do go, you've got to isolate for 10 days. And let me put it this way. In Grenada, where I'm supposed to be going with my wife and the kids, we're supposed to be there last year because of COVID, couldn't go. They've had 0 deaths in a year. Nothing. They shut it down straight away. Nothing. And it's on the amber list.
That's weird. Well, get this.
Why?
Why? I'm supposed to be going to Guadeloupe soon in a couple of weeks to start shooting again, Death in Paradise, and that's I've got a work permit and everything, so I can go. But like they say don't, like, there's the whole rules are you can't go if unless you have a compelling reason. Now, obviously, working there for 5 months is a compelling reason. But that's on the list of places you shouldn't go. And apparently, Guadeloupe is from people that are over there now are telling me it's quite locked down. Now, by the time I left last year, it was pretty open. So they've obviously gone, something's happened where they've gone back, but then again, they're a French territory, so maybe they're obeying French law, I just don't know, but
it's just sick to death. And I'm sorry for people listening, probably sick to death of hearing about COVID, but I can't help it. Sometimes it just gets on my tits, and I think I've got to speak about it. And we've all done the best we can. I just think they haven't done their job in closing the borders like they said they would. This is all my issue. This is the only issue is if you shut the borders, there's no other variants can get in. We get rid of what's here, and it's not happening. And that's all I'm saying. I don't want to go on about it, but...
Actually, since I'm talking about going to Guadeloupe, I had to go to Miami, which is about a 3.5 hour drive.
You got a tough life, haven't you, son?
Well, it is a ball ache driving. It wasn't like I was going there on holiday. I had to go to an office. I had to go to the French embassy. For the first time in our lifetimes, I had to go to the French embassy to get a work permit this time around because obviously we've left the EU. Exactly. So I had to go to the French embassy. I had to give them my passport. I had a wad of papers like letters saying that I could work there. Bank statements to show, like crazy amount of paperwork that luckily I didn't have to. A production company had to do most of it, but it was a lot of work, and every single person that's going over is having to do that. And I had to drive there, and I had to stay overnight because then I had to have 2 appointments, and so on and so on and so on. And I'm hoping to get my passport back in time in the next couple of days. Otherwise, who knows? We might have to start filming late or whatever. Anyway, the point being, we got our country back. Excellent. Brilliant. That's great. Thank you, everyone. We don't need to make this political. Everyone who looks at my Twitter knows where I stand. But never had to do that before, and now we have to do it. For what? Who's gained? Brilliant. Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to my blue passport. Anyway.
No, I agree with you. And I think, I tell you what, once we can start travelling abroad, I think people will suddenly start noticing the queue you join will be that massive fucking long one that goes right out the door. And it's going to take, you have to fill in so many forms and all these things where before you used to swan right through. Yep. But now, for what? All different. For what? For what have we gained? Zero. We've lost loads. Nothing. But do you know what? Yeah, but but guess what? We can stop foreigners coming into our country. Guess what? You can't, because the freedom of movement is exactly the same. So you've gained nothing, all them dickheads. You know what I mean? It gets on my nerves.
I know.
Not everybody, I know not everyone who voted Brexit was racist, but I'm telling you now, there's a lot of them that was. And everyone that did it to try and stop foreigners coming into our country hasn't worked. And guess what? You've made this country 10 times worse, in my opinion.
There we go.
Anyway, let's get off our horse.
I love that. Boom! We've nailed our colours to the mast, and it's an open and inclusive mast as well. Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that thing about talking about going out and going to the pub? There's that report that said everybody has to drink at least 124 pints to make up for the $25 billion pound loss of the beer industry. So. Listen,
that's a challenge.
I'm not in the country, mate, but you're flying the flag for it. You're representing here. So, in fact, you're going to have to drink my share as well. So that's 248 pints I expect you to drink in the next couple of days.
I'll struggle with that. I reckon I could get 30. I reckon I could do 30. I'll have a go. I've done one. Oh, no, it's only a can. That doesn't count, but I'll have a go.
30 a day for 4 days. That's heroic. You've done that then.
I'll make a dent in it, son. I'll have a go. Just for you. When my missus shouts at me and goes, "You're drinking," I'll say, "Listen, Ralph, it's not. It's the government. The government has said we've got to do it to support our economy.
This is my patriotic duty.
Exactly. I've got to drink to support the economy."
Never been a better excuse. Speaking of your missus, by the way, did you see she tweeted me?
What about the brownie points? She had to say to her sister, because her sister went, "I look at you in a different light." She went, "Just to let you know, that's never happened."
I love that her sister made a comment about it. She's like, Michelle, what are
looking at you differently. She said, no, he's never had any brownie points off me. Not like that. And I said, you're making it worse, Michelle. You're making it worse.
Yeah, Michelle, why are you talking about this? No one really was asking.
But I tell you, in other news, I've had to throw my rug out because it just literally stinks of cat piss. The full rug. Honest to God. It's outside the front of my house now, so now the front of my house stinks of cat piss. So until the tip opens, I can take it to the tip. So I can see they've got a little smile on their face because they think they've won. Because this rug that they've been shitting and pissing on, I didn't realise because it's a black rug. So when you see a turd on it, it stands out, right? But as it was,
piss just soaks in.
Oh, and I've been sat there at night watching my telly, just thinking, I'm sure I can smell piss. You know when you just go, and you got your nostrils flaring, and you're going everywhere, and you think, where is that? Well, I found out it's not where, it's the whole of the rug. They've patching it, and so the rug's gone. That's finished.
It's got a certain depth, hasn't it, as well? Cat piss in particular. I don't know why. It's just like
it's vile.
It's not just piss, but it's like, how is it that acrid? Ugh.
It's vile. Yeah. And not only that, they scent as well, even if they don't want to piss. Who does that? I don't want to piss, but I'm just going to have a little piss on this wall here. Who does that? I don't want to piss. I don't even need a piss. I don't even need a piss, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to piss on
just
that.
Just letting everyone around know that I've pissed on this wall, just so they all know.
Well, that's what they do to my rug. 3.
Yeah, you've had a mare.
I've had a nightmare.
Doesn't Renee want more?
You must be.
Wait, I can't remember. We had this conversation. You won't get them spayed, is that right?
I've had them done.
Oh, you have. Okay.
I have. I've had them done, but I said, let her. She can have, because she had a cat, and I said, well, let her have 1 litter because it's a great experience for her to have kittens and to see. It's amazing nature. You know what I mean? And I said, and we agreed we'd keep 1. Right? I said, if we can keep 1, and then my wife went, we can't get rid of that ginger one. We can't. I just love it. I love it. They're great. And that's the one that shits and pisses everywhere. I said, I told you, that's the one. The other one's lovely we kept.
Do you make her do all the cleaning up after it, I assume? You're like, I'm not touching that shit.
Well, I do. Or my daughter. I say, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's your payment.
Yeah. It's a thing. I don't know about I've never actually had a dog in the UK, only in the States, so I don't know quite what the attitude is back home. But when you get a dog, especially if it's a rescue, well, not even if it's a rescue, just when you get a dog or a cat here, it's considered by sort of, whatever the equivalent of the RSPCA is, the ASPCA, I guess. I'm being careful because I don't want anyone who hasn't done this to feel like I'm having a go, because I'm not. But it's considered the correct thing to do to get them spayed, because there's such a stray problem, like around the world, not just in America, but there's a problem with strays so much that like it's hard enough to find dogs at home, whether it's Battersea Dogs Home or whatever, or cats. So the idea of like having more, just letting accidents happen and having your dog or cat run around unspayed and then get pregnant and having more that then need to be found at home obviously exacerbates the problem. That's the thinking. So on the one hand, so me and my other half, we're a bit like, we can't help but like this number of dogs you see walking around with otherwise responsible owners. They're walking around, you see this massive pair of dog balls just jangling about between the back legs or whatever, and you think, oh well, not everybody has the same ideals, and that's fine, that's whatever. But then I found out that if you have a girl dog and you haven't got it spayed, it has periods every month, and you have to have a nappy around it.
You don't have to have a nappy. Dog nappies.
Well, apparently. Or you just have to clean up dog period blood from all over the fucking sheets or whatever once a month. I'm like, not a chance. Not a chance. I'm like, listen, you're getting your tubes cut immediately, sweetheart, if you're coming in my house. Yeah. So yeah, can you imagine that? That's nobody needs dog period.
No,
it's not for me. Not for me.
A dog with PMS. No, thank you. It's not just
no, exactly.
It's not just that as well, though. A lot of people don't do it because they breed the dogs and they make a lot of money. If you've got a full pedigree dog, it can create into a business. There's all that.
Yeah.
Hey, talk about dogs. Do you see that? Do you see that bloke online? I think it was trending about the reporter. It was a news reporter, and she was reporting about a dog that had been stolen. Did you see it? The dog that had been stolen, and she's like, the dog was here, and the owner, and they took the eye off the dog, and then the dog had been taken from this exact spot. And as she's talking, the dog walks past with the bloke who's got it on a lead, who's nicked
Behave. No!
I'm telling you. And she's going like this to the cameraman. Keep rolling. She goes, hey, come here. And she's stroking the dog. What's its name? And he's going, and she went, this dog has been reported stolen.
Wait. The reporter spots the dog.
Yeah, with the bloke walking it. Yeah, and he goes, so this dog's been reported stolen. Did you take the dog? And she went, well, I was walking my dog, and then I picked up the lead, and then didn't realise I was walking the wrong dog.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck
yeah, that old chestnut, eh? Yeah.
If you're gonna lie, at least make it a good one, dickhead. Anyway, so she phones the police. The police come, and there's the dog, and he gets arrested. So
wait, is this all on camera? This is all
it's all
while she's
on
in the
camera.
middle of doing a police report.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera. So she just went back to the location where the dog had been taken, and this is how thick the dickhead is. He brought it back to walk it round the same place he'd nicked it from. What a helmet!
I mean, he was always getting caught, wasn't he? What a belly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up now. Here we are. If anyone's listening to this and they want to see that, here we are. Type in TV reporter rescues stolen dog into Google and it'll come up on YouTube.
Exactly, I told you.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable. How thick is it? He stood there and he goes, "Yeah, I took it, but I thought it was. I thought it was my dog, and I looked down. It's the wrong. I thought, stop waffling, shit."
And I looked down. I bet his dog was like a big black thing, and the other dog was like a tiny white thing.
He probably didn't have another dog. That's the point. He's just gone there and gone, "I'll have that. Thanks.
Idiot.
Cheers." I know.
Unbelievable.
I know.
How are you doing with your beer?
It's nearly gone. I tell you what, I can feel it. Is it dead strong, that? Oh, is it because I've not had much to eat? I feel a bit tipsy.
I can feel it too. Hold on.
4.7. It's not that strong.
It's not that strong. And it's only a small can. What's wrong with us?
Fucking lightweights is the problem.
Yeah, we're out of practice.
I'll tell you,
124 beers is going to go well.
I'll tell you another news what's happened. This is the problem. Again with technology. It does, honestly, for God's sake, with me with technology. I honestly, for Christmas, really nice with Missy. She got me an Oculus Quest, right? The Oculus, you put it on. Yeah. And it's virtual reality head unit. You download the games to it, and it's phenomenal. You have these wireless controllers at your hands. And you don't need a TV. You play it anywhere. So it's all games.
What good games are there? Because I was going to get one, but I don't know if the games are good.
Well, it depends what you like. I mean, there's loads of good shooting them up games. There's a zombie one where you're a zombie apocalypse, and you literally have to get your gun and shoot these zombies. They're all coming at you. There's roller coaster rides. There's roller coaster where you shoot on it. There's like tennis, table tennis, and all that sort of. There's just loads. There's fishing. Oh, hi, fishing.
Right.
I go fishing a lot for my carp, sat in my lounge.
Right.
But my son, he's got it on. There's a boxing game on it. Obviously, Creed. You can go out there and you can do your boxing, and it's really good because you're moving about, so it's rather than just sat down. Anyway, I go off and to film, and I set off, and shit always goes wrong when I'm away. And I set off. Right. I get to the hotel. I'm going for my script. I'm in Manchester, and the phone rings, and Michelle says, "Hiya, is that TV under warranty in the middle room?" I went, "What?"
Oh, what happened?
Jaden's punched the fucking telly.
What, with the boxing, thinking it was a boxing?
Yeah. So he's got the headset on. The headset on, and you draw like your area, your playing area.
Yeah, so that you don't step out of it.
Yeah. And he's got really carried away and gone to try and knock out Apollo Creed or someone, and he stepped in for this big KO punch and put his fist right through the telly.
Honest to God. Delighted.
No, I just turned the phone off. Well, I can't do with that now. Turn the phone off. Because inside there was an explosion that went off. Because I just thought, I don't need that shit. I don't need that. No. I just don't need that. And then I got back and I checked, and there's a big smash in the telly. Took it off the wall, and then I thought, well, let me just have a look. And luckily, in the drawer, I'd paid for the extended warranty on it. And it ran out this year. So that's what saved him from a good kicking. Because it's obviously I won't beat my kid up. But he said to Michelle, he said, "When's Dad home?" She said, "He's home tomorrow." So he said, "I might stay at college for a bit longer."
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Remember that boxing game, son? Let's see what it's really like. Let's get some gloves on.
Yeah. Let's try it in real life now, yeah. I tell you what, I know how we could make it up to you, though. I've learnt recently that nothing says "I love you, Dad" more than a device to trim your balls. So, let's go back to that a second. If he turns up on Father's Day and goes, Dad, look what I've got you. I thought your balls might need trimming. How's that conversation going to proceed?
I'd be like, what? What have you been telling him to the wife? Have you been talking about my balls? Like,
why?
I know. What are you
why?
talking? I know. You're talking about like I've got Jeff Capes hanging out my balls. What are you talking about?
Right, I tell you what, we can't procrastinate any longer. It's time for another beer. Come on.
Oh, Jesus, what are we going for?
Well,
You choose, but don't do it to hurt me. Like, don't choose something that sounds horrible.
all right. Well,
Look, why are you laughing? Because you...
let's have a look at the top row. So the top row, we've got 42, a kind of 42 pale ale.
I've got these ones here.
Like this.
Oh, yeah. Tony's.
All right. Well, let's try that one. Since you picked that one up, let's just try it.
What does that say on it?
It says Tony's Hopo Lonely White Chocolate and Raspberry Milkshake IPA.
No!
Mate, you picked it. You picked it.
It's gonna be like an ice cream in a can. Oh,
I couldn't have chosen a better one. Let's go for that.
Seriously, man. Do we have to drink it all? Do we have to drink it all?
Once you've opened it, you've got to drink it, mate. Here we go. Okay.
Oh my God, I can smell it from here. I can smell it from here. Like,
Oh,
hey, go on, you're supposed to be selling Brewdog. Brewdog!
hey,
An alternative taste to beers.
I'm pulling a very happy face. This is my happy face. Okay.
I'm pouring it.
I'm pouring it.
Okay.
It's interesting. Interesting colouring.
It's quite light, I think. It looks lighter than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was going to look quite sort of dark. Hold on.
Do you know what it's got? Like a fragrance to it. It's like a... Do you know what it
I've
looks...
got a massive head on it again.
Look at mine.
I'm just staring.
Is that how you do it? You stir it with your finger?
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to, but like,
I definitely...
we can't wait for it to settle.
I've just
because we have a
realised
podcast to record.
I definitely shouldn't have, because I just remember where I've had that finger, and it shouldn't be in that beer.
Oh, mate, I don't. What? Why? Like, there's something very wrong with you.
Oh, it looks very thick, doesn't it? Do you know what it looks like? Lemon curd. Do you remember that as a kid? Remember lemon curd?
It does look like lemon curd.
Do you remember you used to have lemon curd butties? Remember that?
It looks like lemon curd before it's set. Okay, here we go. Right,
I can't get to it. How have you got that like that? Mine's got a massive head on it.
Oh, mate, okay, I'm going to have to wait for it. Hurry up.
Right.
Shambles you are.
I just can't get the head down, said the wife.
How many said Michelles are we going to have in any given?
She's going to go
this is
mad.
it now. Furious.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Michelle's
think that.
sister's going to be on to her going, have you heard how much they're talking about you now?
Oh, God. All right.
Are you ready? All right, let's try it. Now,
You've got no head. You've got no head at all.
I know, let's turn it off. Right, remember, Will, try it and bear this in mind. They're sponsoring us. We want people to buy these beers, so they sponsor us more. So do your best.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Thanks, Brewdog. Really, thank you. It looks
Thanks.
lovely.
Thank you.
Cheers. It's nice, that. It's nice, that one. Like that. Thanks, Brewdog. Thanks. It tastes summery.
Your little face. It looked like you'd just been slapped. Oh dear. Do you not like it? I actually quite like it.
I don't mind it at all. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you how I can describe it. It's a bit like a blonde. Do you know if you had a blonde beer? Do you know you have these blondes?
Exactly.
And it's not. I'm not a fan of blondes, but I'm not just saying this because they're our sponsor. But again, I didn't think it'd be as nice as it is. It's not something that I would go, oh, can I have a pint of that ever? But I've tried it now, and it's a lot better than any of the craft beers I've had. So
yeah,
it's definitely in the right direction.
To be fair, we can't. If I think it's. I'm just reading about it now on this can.
That's not bad at all. I'm not just saying it. It's all right. It's good.
Brewdog and Tony's Chocolonely. Yeah, Tony's Chocolonely are united for better beer in a better world. Oh, here we go. I've got to say, I love all this shit. I think this is great. Listen.
Go on.
We're on a mission to help save the planet by inspiring you to act and care for the only home we have. We believe beer and chocolate can be a force for good. We'll be making a donation for every can sold to the Chocolonely Foundation to support Tony's mission to make all chocolate 100% slavery-free.
Oh, that's amazing, man.
So that's pretty great. And I have to say, I never thought I'd try... First of all, I never thought I'd try a white chocolate and raspberry milkshake beer. And I never thought that I'd actually like it. But it's the world's full of surprises. So, yeah. Man. Nice I have to be, do you know what? Do you know one thing I am intrigued about? That you buy this box, and it literally is getting a box of chocolates and throwing away the menu. Just have a taste and you see what you like. You know what I mean? yeah. Sometimes you're gonna have like the caramel. What is it?
Caramel keg.
Sometimes you're gonna get the caramel keg. Sometimes you're gonna get the strawberry cream. You never know.
Yeah.
And then if you do get the strawberry cream, somebody's granddad will have it.
Yeah,
remember your grandparents always like the shit chocolates.
The coffee one. Oh no, that was like Russian roulette. No, honestly, thank you very much. That surprised me because I thought it was going to make me a bit sick. But it was all right.
I'm into it.
Nice.
Well, yeah, get through that one and then we'll try another.
Yeah, no, really. Can't drink anymore. I'll be pissed out of my head.
I know. Well, it's only 4.7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh dear. So,
what's been happening? Have you not been doing anything where you've been there? Because you're over there in Florida. Are you in Florida now? Are you in Miami? I can't keep up where you are.
Well, Miami is in Florida, but yes.
All right, calm down, dickhead.
Yes, I am.
I didn't do history.
I was, don't change the subject. I'm in Cape Canaveral, which is where all the rockets go off. That's where I've been living for the last few months. It's mad. It's completely mad because so many rockets are being launched now because Elon Musk is trying to make Starlink, which is a network of satellites around the world, so that everyone can have Wi-Fi anywhere. So there's loads of rockets going up, and that's so much so that like literally yesterday, about 1:30, 11:30, I can't remember exactly what time, but like in the daytime. We were just sitting around and then the whole house started rumbling and shaking like it does. And we're like, oh, it must be a launch. And they were like, I would probably miss the best bit now. And we didn't even bother going outside to look. Like, that's how often they go up now, every sort of week or so. It's amazing.
Where are they going? Amazing. Where are they going?
Well, some are going to the International Space Station. Sometimes they're taking people to the International Space Station to a new crew goes up there. Or sometimes it's going up there to launch a load of the satellites. But now they come back down again. And that's the most amazing bit is the rockets just drop back to Earth in the last minute. It's like sci-fi. They just ignite again and just land softly like fucking thunder. You never seen it?
You never seen it?
How mate, have you honestly never seen it? Oh my God. It looks fake. It's like Thunderbird 1. Remember Thunderbirds?
How can you do that?
Right, I'm going to have to show you this.
Can I just say as well, could you imagine living on that space station? I mean, you probably love it, you potty.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
I'd love it. Why?
Why not?
Living up there, shitting in a bag and throwing out the window. No, thanks. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah. I mean that's not the only part of it.
No, but
there's more to it than that.
I saw The Martian and I thought, that don't look good. Do you know when you just think, you're literally stuck up there, you can't breathe, you float around all day, and there's nothing there. What are you doing all day?
Mate, I love it.
Oh, no.
They're working all day, aren't they? They're doing, they're not just sitting there going, oh, this is bollocks, isn't it? They're doing experiments all the time. Experiments in microgravity.
If anything goes wrong up there, it's over in a bit. No, thank you. I'm all right.
Well, I mean, if there's I did once read a short story about like an asteroid hit on Earth and like it all going dark and everything and not knowing but like it was from the point of view of people at the International Space Station and it was dark as shit. Just this thing of just seeing it happen and then no comms and you just being up there going, are we everything that's left and is this it now forever? It wasn't good.
But not forever, until your oxygen runs out.
Yeah, until your oxygen runs out and then you fall.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find this. I've got to show you this, mate. If you've never seen this, it's going to blow your tiny mind.
What rocket's landing?
I can't believe you've never seen this. It's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. This is landing on a ship. So sometimes what happens is they'll send a rocket out and it sort of goes up into the sky and goes out over the sea, right? And then the booster rocket falls off and it drops back to Earth. Now, sometimes, depending on where it falls off, it can just drop back to where it took off in the first place. But if it's gone... If the plan was for it to go further across into the ocean, they send out boats into the ocean and into the Atlantic, and the rocket drops into the down into the sea and lands on a ship, and the ship is robotic. There's no one on it. It's a drone ship. So the ship knows where to be. The rocket knows where to be. Watch this landing on a drone ship. It's the maddest thing you've ever seen. Watch this.
I don't even know half this shit that's going on in this world, mate.
Look at that.
Oh my God, that can't be real.
Yeah,
that's dumb, but that's just stupid. How is it possible?
Mad, isn't it?
Oh man.
Yeah.
What's the next one? What are we trying now?
Okay, we are going to go.
Should we try this one? What about this one? This one looks a bit more.
40. Yeah, 40. That's it. 42. Pale ale.
Yeah, pale ale.
This. Yeah.
Right, a bit frightened of pale ale.
This collaborative double dry hopped pale ale is stacked with citrus. A soft malt allows the hops to shine with flavours of creamy coconut, juicy mango, and zesty citrus notes. Full-bodied, refreshing, and highly drinkable. Vegan-friendly, no less. Okay. You ready?
Right, I'm pouring.
Pour it.
Oh, it looks light, Ralph. It looks
light.
It looks like a lager, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I tell you what, though. It looks strong. Do you know when a beer looks strong, you know it's strong? It looks like Jeff pissing capes, this one. Okay. Look again, look. It looks thick.
Okay, here we go.
Have a whiff. How's it on the nose?
All right.
Oh, it's definitely a... Right. Cheers to everyone out there. Cheers. That's how I work this podcast, sat here getting pissed. Oh,
it tastes strong.
But it's not bad though. It's not got an aftertaste.
I know.
But I tell you what. Oh, you wouldn't need many of them, would you?
I could drink that on a summer's day in a beer garden and then not remember getting home.
100%. The problem with that is, I know it's strong, but it doesn't taste too strong.
No, I go down too easily in a way.
That is one of them where you sat down drinking a few, you get up and your legs are pissed. Do you know when you feel all right?
Yeah. You walk out the pub front door and the fresh air hits you and you're like, oh, whoa.
Oh, you sat at a park, sunless day, you've had 4 of them, you get up and you just end up eating grass. Faceplant.
Right.
Oh, I've got one question there's people all asking as well. Do you think England can win the Euros? Do you think, can we do it? Is this it? Can England reach the promised land?
I don't know, I mean, we've got a great squad, right? But we've been here before. We've been here before in the Lampard Gerrard days when we were
the ball was over the line. The ball was over the line.
Yeah. The ball was over the line, but they still went out and battered us, by the way.
Yeah, but they would have been 2-1 down at that point.
But you know that Germany. This is something that's really funny about us as a nation, and every time England plays Germany, personally speaking, I get a little bit embarrassed when the papers are all like, "It's World War III." It's not World War III. Stop. Just get over it. Like the war's done, right? Yeah. The war's done. We're supposed to all be friends now, and you're making us all look bad. Yeah. So all this kind of World War shit, and I'm not having it, right? But what's really, really embarrassing and a bit weird when you consider all that is that Germany, I found out, the national football team and German culture and psychology, they don't give a shit about playing us. They don't give a shit about playing us in tournaments. They consider their big rival to be Holland. So it's not only are we going World War III, the old enemy. The Germans draw us, and they're like, all right, okay, well, we'll try and beat them. Let's hope we get to beat Holland.
That's because we haven't knocked them out on penalties as much as they've knocked us out. We can't stand the bastards for that reason.
Correct.
They love
drawing us. They love drawing us. They're like, oh, great, that should be an easy game.
Exactly. I think we can win it. And I know. Listen, I am one of them that gets involved. I have my flags on my gate. I have everything up. I get all the family involved because I think that's what it's about. It's about coming together as people. And I hope and I think we have got the best chance. I'm not just saying this. The best chance of winning it this year because of the squad of young, fit talent that are all coming to their peak at the same time. We have got strength in depth. If you look at the bench, we used to have players that were coming towards the end of their career experience, but there was a bit of, I would say, what do you call it? Not bullying. What do you call it when the players are running the dressing room? You know what I mean? A bit of.
I know exactly.
They had all that
when they had the power.
Yeah. We had the John Terry era with Lampard and Gerrard and Rooney. They sort of picked themselves. Now I think you've got a hungry squad where if you've got a player coming off the pitch, you know who was coming off that bench is equally as good, and that's what I love about England. And I just think this time. I know I sound like I do every time, but this time...
I know. This is the thing. This is the thing, right? I'm hearing you and I'm going, this all makes sense, but I'm like, I've heard this before. This time, it might be our time.
Yeah. Well, we're joint favourites, which I don't like. I'd rather us be underdogs.
Where's Harry Kane going?
Do you know what?
After he leaves Tottenham.
It's a tough one. I'd like him at United, but at the same,
there's no club who wouldn't like it.
But I think he's gonna stay in England. And I think if you're Harry Kane and you want trophies, you go to Man City because you're guaranteed trophies. Man United are on the rise, but we're still a bit behind Man City. So I'd say if you want to come and be. City don't have a forward at the moment, really, did they? Aguero's going.
Exactly.
They've got all the money in the world. He's probably going to go to City. But United have come out and said we're going to sign a forward. We've got Cavani for an extra year, but I'd like him at United. I actually had a message off a Tottenham fan saying, why don't you talk about how Harry Kane should stay at Spurs? And I said, no, because he should come to United.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll endear us to all the Spurs fans.
No, but he's not going to stay at Spurs. It's not fair on him. I don't think Jose Mourinho, what he did was just a joke. I mean, it's what he does at every club.
He's also Harry Kane. Like, it's not like he's not been loyal to Spurs. He's served plenty of time, and he's had a few.
Exactly.
I'm sure Spurs fans would be like, "Look, good luck to him." But that forward at City is an interesting prospect because people are like, "Oh, maybe Haaland to City." Maybe Haaland to City. Haaland's a great player.
I love Haaland,
but he's not. He doesn't strike me as a Pep player, as a Pep type.
Not at all.
Pep doesn't really go for those big, strong, direct forwards. He likes the technical technical players.
But the thing is about Haaland is he's only staying everywhere for 2 years. So even if you get him, you're not going to get him for 5 seasons. This is the problem. And I love Haaland. I think he's a massive threat. He's young, he's fast, he's got ability, he's good in the air. He can go from anywhere. I'd love him at United, but again, I don't think he's going to come to England. I really don't. But we'll see.
Am I right in thinking that the Champions League, the Champions League final, they've decided not to play it in...
It's in Portugal, isn't it? Is it in Portugal?
But haven't they changed it to Portugal from somewhere? I feel like they've changed it. I think it's something like it was supposed to be in... I think it was supposed to be in Istanbul, but because of COVID, and I think that's on the red list, on the red light list. So I've moved it to Portugal, I think. But it's still, I understand it. Look, when you set where the Champions League is going to be, that's where it's got to be. But it is funny when two teams from the same country, where everybody has to traipse over to somewhere else to then traipse back again. But I know, it's like Chelsea and United in Moscow. That was just ridiculous. Hey, I'm gonna have problems watching the Euros because the time difference. I'm 5 hours behind, and I'm going to be on set all day. So I've already said, listen, I need an iPad. I need it constantly on the games. And every time they go cut, I'm going to be rushing off set around the corner. Watching again, they're going to go turn over. I'm like, just shout action in a second. Goal! Run back on.
Do you know when I did Death in Paradise, it was a tournament that was on. I was watching it in the bar on the beach. Yeah, it was either the Euros or the World Cup. I can't remember how far back it was. About 6 years ago. So it's probably
during a working day though. There's not a lot. There's not much watching in a bar by the beach I get to do because
I did.
I'm in all day every day.
I was a guest. I was in about 4 days in 2 weeks. It was brilliant. Yeah. I spent most of it.
At Red Peppers, you'll have been at Red Peppers, crammed in that red room.
I was there with a beer in my hand. I was on set for 10 minutes with a beer in my hand for the rest of the day watching football. It was a dream job.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not like that for me, but I'll do what I can. I'll keep up as best I can.
Listen, man.
Hey, I finished my beer. Have you finished your beer?
Yeah.
Let's see it. I mean, technically speaking, you should probably finish that.
Don't you fucking dare! If I net that, I wouldn't be able to walk out of this room. Mate,
I'll go back. Look, I don't make the rules. I'll have a little glug. That's only reasonable. Okay, but finish it though, yeah. That's a whole.
Ralph, fuck off. Leave me alone. You know it's strong, that lager. That's proper strong shit. That. Seriously. Oh, but no. Yeah, man, great catching up with you, man. And we go on our little tangents and stuff. And another news: exactly. Jaden's got a girlfriend.
What?
No. Hey, like proper serious. He's like,
really?
She's 18. He's 17. How old is he? He's 16. He's 17 in July 3rd. So, and they go out for like proper dinner. It's not like when we were kids hanging around on the park drinking cider. It was none of that on the swings.
It's smashed on white lightning in the park, hoping no one sees you.
Sat on the swings with her sat on your lap necking. It's not like that. They go to these lovely restaurants. She takes him out. She's got a great job. She's a lovely girl. Comes in, sits in, cooking, eating with us. Really, like they had their 1 month anniversary dinner the other night.
Oh my God.
I don't see him. He's just sent me a message before, because he cycles to the train station and gets a train to college. Just sent me a message, Dad, can you pick me bike up from the station? I'm going back to Ella's. I was like, and I tell you what, I'm not saying...
Everyone listening to this will be looking her up now.
I'm not saying anything, but he's got a different walk nowadays. He walks with a bit more of a swagger. When he comes down the stairs, he glides. I don't know what's changed. I'm saying nothing, but the man wants to talk to me now. He comes down. Hiya, Dad. Do you want to have a? I was like, oh, you want to talk to me? He used to just get. He used to get grunts and farts.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's quite mature all of a sudden.
Maybe he wants to talk to you all of a sudden. Maybe he's happier in his life because he's taking out for dinner. Maybe he's getting brownie points. Will
leave it. See, you'll get me in trouble again with Michelle. You saying that shit.
I just mean that he's going to be doing things that are going to make her happy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. You dirty bollock. Listen, all right. Listen, I'm off. I'm going to go.
Well, yeah. That's what happens.
Stop it, man. It's my son. Enough now. Fucking hell. He was only a baby 5 minutes ago.
I know.
No, he's very happy. He's very happy, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen,
did you see this? My mum did.
Yeah, what is that? I meant to ask you what is that?
Someone did it online. Do you remember that picture?
Oh, yes, it was... I can see it. David Trower, yes, he did that picture. He's great. He keeps on tweeting us both going, I've drawn this picture of you guys. Well, bless him. They're great.
I went to see my mum, obviously. I was filming and I went to see her. We went out for dinner and she said, I've done this for you. And she took it off and then she got it
sweet.
Put in a frame for us to have in the background.
I don't know why the cat's on my head instead of yours, by the way.
I like it though.
Problem.
From when we was in South Africa. What a great memory that is. I love it. So it's gonna sit proudly in the back of shop. Great. Nice one, Ralph. Anyway, have a good day. I'm gonna go and
yeah, we should go.
I might as well carry on drinking now, and I might as well just carry on. It's Wednesday night.
We've already started. Crack on. But thank you to Manscaped. Thank you to Brewdog. We enjoyed. We enjoyed 2 out of 3 of them, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh yes. We love them.
Okay, I enjoyed 2 out of 3 of them.
No, I do.
Enjoyed 1 out of 3.
Do you know what? Listen, I am joking. Just because my palate is not as experienced as everyone else's, they're just different than what I'm used to. But I'm not saying this just because they're our sponsor, but they're a lot better than any other craft beer I've had. They're very, very nice. Give them a go.
And also, it has to be said, have absolutely no problem whatsoever in pushing and promoting a company that prides itself on being carbon negative in its process, manufacturing process. I think that's absolutely wonderful. So thank you for sponsoring this episode. Go out and buy some stuff, and then they'll sponsor us some more. Thank you to Manscaped for being consistently brilliant.
Yeah.
And man, I'll speak to you soon. It's been a pleasure.
Might have a guest on the next one, eh? You have a little see if we can get a guest on.
See who we get.
Thanks for your support, everybody. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. And Ralph, I'll see you soon. Pal. Take care. I forgot to even mention, stop having your fucking dog in the bed. That's not right. The dog should be in the bed.
She's so cuddly, though. She's so cuddly, I can't help it.
I bet your missus loves you. Jesus Christ. Come on, Ralph, me and you tonight. Hang on, I've got fucking Dora here between us.
Lindsay's like, can we have a little cuddle and a spoon while we go to sleep? I'm like, nah, I'm already spooning the dog. She's like, okay, this has gone too far.
She reaches over in the middle of the night and goes, you need Manscaped. That's Dora. Fuck off.
Yeah, there is a bit of that.
All right, see you in a bit.
Right, see you later, pal. Bye-bye.
Ta-da, pal. Ta-da.